Hello everyone, I'm Huang Yuxing. This is the presentation of our game Civilization. Our six group members will introduce our assignment 2 respectively. Firstly, let me introduce the goals and missions of our game. Our story background is that after the time machine has been invented by the Doctor, the evil Doctor has used it to send his men to travel to different space-time. He wants to be the ruler of every space-time of the world. To save the world, our main character's goal is to travel to every space-time that the Doctor sent his men to, defeat all these enemies, and find a way to the next space-time. Then our character should go through all 6 levels using different weapons, reach the ending point with positive health number and enough number of coins. In level 1, the character needs to collect minimum 15 coins, and in level 2, 50 coins at least. In level 3, the mission is that the character must collect more than 300 coins and defeat all the enemies. In level 4 and 5, the goal is to defeat the bosses. And in level 6, our character will meet the ultimate boss, who is the leader of all the enemies encountered in the previous levels. Defeat him and then the main character will win the game. During playing this game, player not only practices his play game technique to perfection, but gain the sense of achievement every time he passes a new level as well. Then I will pass to my friend Tang Jiachen to continue.
Hello, I'm Tang Jiachen, and I'm gonna talking about the character design in our game. Our game has many different characters. Let me introduce them for you. Firstly is the playable character. Player can control him using keyboard like moving left, moving right, jump, and attack. The playable character also has complete animation and audio for each action. For example, when we jump, we can hear the sound of jump and the jump's animation. A major characteristic of the playable character is that at each level we will use a different weapon that suits the space-time he's at. And in Assignment 2, we add a new feature to the playable character. Now the player can switch weapon at any time. Let me show you in the actual game. Since the era of the first 3 levels are set before the Industrial Revolution, so weapons that the playable character use are all melee weapons. In the first level, Stone Age, we use a hammer to attack, which has a considerable low attacking speed but a large attacking range and damage. In the second level, Bronze Age, the character uses a sword to attack. And now we can switch weapons that we have used in the last level by pressing 1. And of course, we can switch back by pressing 2. And there will be a dialog at the top center of the screen to inform the players of the currently using weapon. The same for level 3. The character uses a pike to attack, and now you can switch to weapons that have been used at the previous 2 levels, just by pressing 1 and pressing 2 to use the sword. Now we can enjoy defeating the enemy with different weapons. The weapon switch logic is different in the next 3 levels, since the era of the next 3 levels are set after the Industrial Revolution. Weapons that the character uses are changed to gun. In the level 4, the character uses handgun to attack. And now you can buy new weapons from the weapon seller NPC, if you have enough coins. After bought the weapons, you can use the new weapon to attack, which has faster shooting speed and larger shooting damage. Nice. Moreover, if you want to switch back to the original weapon, the same as before, just press 1. It will switch seamlessly. The same for level 5 and level 6. We can buy powerful weapons from the weapon seller with coins. Then we can switch weapons seamlessly. And Those guns are all different in the last 3 levels. Like in the level 6, you can also buy weapons and switch weapons. Then let's talk about the non-playable characters. Firstly are the enemies. We have 20 different types of enemies. Each enemy has its special characteristics. Let me show you in the game. In level 1, there's one frog that can move but cannot actively attack. And then there is one flying enemy. He will fly randomly and we can only attack it in the air. Then in level 2, there's a mushroom that cannot actively attack and move. And then the flying eye, it can move but cannot actively attack. The bird is the same as before. Those enemies are basically no intelligence. But this skeleton is different. He will revive once when it is taken down by the player. And then it's the archer. He will shoot toward the user direction and three arrows at one time. We need to take him down carefully. In level 4, there's one skeleton warrior that can attack but cannot actively move. And the final boss in level 4, they can move and attack. Then in level 5, the enemies have certain level of intelligence. Like this green crunch enemy, he can attack towards the user direction. And then is the moving black soldier. He will shoot while moving. We need to attack him when his bullet is not toward us. Then the strengthened soldiers, they have larger health and more damageable weapons. In level 6, the enemy has high intelligence. Their bullets can track player position. Like this pink robot. Now, each of his arms can shoot 4 bullets at one time. And if we attach his body, he will just lose health. But if we attack the head of the robot, it will enter the weakened state, and each of his arms will only shoot 2 bullets at one time. Lastly are the interactable NPC. There are nearly 30 interactable NPC from all this level, and I will introduce how they interact with the character. There's one NPC in the level 3 that gives hints on how to switch weapons. And there is also one NPC that gives hints on how many coins are required to pass the level. And then is the weapon seller that sells weapon to the user with coins. If we don't have enough coins, then he will tell us that we failed to buy the weapon. Then we can go back for him when we have enough coins. We can still buy the weapon. In level 6, there is one NPC hidden in the wall, offers the player a key to open a door that will be used by the player. Then there is one special NPC that he will ask for help, and you can choose to help him with 50 coins or not. If you select to refuse, then you can just go ahead and leave it alone. But if you change your mind, you can always go back and continue chatting with him. If you don't have enough money to help him, then you can still go back to help him when you collect enough money. Once you have given him the coins, he will tell you where he comes from and offer you a chance to use the time machine that can take you to the next space-time directly. Actually, he's the assistant of the evil doctor, so then you can choose to use it or not. At the same as before, you can always come back to your choose if you change your mind. Once you use the time machine, you will be transmitted to the next level. Different choices will lead to different outcomes.
Thanks, my friend Tang Jiacheng, and hello everyone, my name is Wu Yubing. Now I'm going to talk about the items and resources used in our games. The first part is the collections. In the previous version, The character can collect heart to increase the health number, collect shield to increase the shield number, and collect some random boxes to get some extra add-ons. For example, increasing the moving speed of the character. Now, apart from these, we add some new collections. First is the coins. The character needs to collect a certain number of coins to pass each level. In level 4, 5, and 6, the coins can be used to buy new weapons. In each level, if the player chooses to press the H key to revive, the coin number will be deducted by 10. And if the player presses the R key to revive, the coin number will return to the same coin number as first entering this level. The number of coins will be accumulated from level 1 to level 6. Here is the detailed usage of coins in each level. For level 1, 2, and 3, the coins are mainly used as passing level condition. And for level 4, 5, and 6, the coins are mainly used to buy new weapons. For all the levels, the coin number will be deducted by 10 when pressing the H key to revive. Now I will take level 1 and level 2 as example. We have arrived at the destination of level 1, and the coin number now is 54. The passing level condition for level 1 is to collect more than 15 coins. Now we press E to enter the next level. The coin number will be deducted by 15. In level 2, the character can collect more coins. If the character falls down the cliff, he will die, and the player can press H to revive from the revive point with the coin number deducted by 10, or press R key to revive from the beginning. Pressing H key, the coin number is deducted by 10, and now the coin number is 39. When pressing R, the coin number returns to 39, which is the same as first time entering this level. In level 4, 5, and 6, the player can choose to use coins to buy new weapons. When passing the NPC, there will be a dialogue asked, "Are you willing to purchase a new weapon using 40 coins? Press space to buy." After pressing space, the coin number will be deducted by 40, and there will be a dialogue says, "Bought successfully. Now you can press 2 to switch weapon. Press 1 to switch back." Another new collection is the jars. The character can press the J key to break the jar and get random items. There are 3 kinds of random items: heart, shield, and coins. Now I will take level 3 as an example. The character can press J key to break the jar and get random items. The next part is the menu. As for main menu, level selection function is added to the new main menu. The player can press these buttons to go to the level they want directly. As for pause menu, restart and exit the game function is added to the new pause menu. The player can press the restart button to start the game from the beginning, or press the exit button to exit the game. This is our new main menu. The player can click on these buttons to go to the level he wants. We are now at level 4. And this is the pause menu. We can click restart to restart this level, or click exit to back to the main menu. The next part is the signs. In the previous version, we used this signs to guide and remind the player. Now we add a new sign, which is a revive point. There are several revive points added to each level. If the player presses the H key to revive, the character can revive from the nearest revive point. The number of revive points in each level is set to fit the difficulty of that level. I will take level 5 as an example. Here is the revive point. When the character dies, the player can press H, and the character can revive from the nearest revive point. Next is the trampoline. The trampoline is added to each level to help the character to jump much higher and reach high platforms to collect the coins, heart, and shield on those platforms. Now I will take level 6 as an example. Here is the trampoline. The main character can jump onto the trampoline to collect the coins and also jump onto the higher platforms here. That's all for my part. Now welcome my friend Zhou Luchen to continue the next part.
Thanks to my friend Yu Bing. Hello everyone, my name is Zhou Luchen. Now I will present game challenges and gameplay diagram from level 1 to level 4. To begin with, all maps are longer and more complicated than Assignment 1. Secondly, there are more enemies not only in terms of amounts, but also types. Besides, the character should use coins to revive, and the number of coins are set as conditions to pass from level 1 to level 3. The first game challenge of level 1 is that there are some moving platforms moving randomly, so the player needs to wait and select the right time to jump on it. Otherwise, it is easy to fall down from the gap. This is the gameplay diagram. Besides, some platforms are a bit narrow, so the character may touch the enemy and take a hit if not carefully. This is the gameplay diagram. If do not attack it, character needs to jump over it and pay attention not jumping into the gap. The first game challenge of level 2 is a shield. If the player wants to collect the shield, he should choose to go to there by taking the moving platform. After collecting the shield, he cannot jump to the right up platform directly. If the player jumps onto the right up platform directly, he will fall down the cliff and die. Instead, he should go back and take the moving platform to the bridge and go to the right. This is the gameplay diagram. Then I will do the demo. The second challenge in level 2 is the fake platform. If the player wants to collect this shield, he should take the moving platform to go to that place. After collecting the shield, the player will find there is a jump force platform, which looks the same as before. However, this is a fake jump force platform. If the player jumps onto this jump force platform, he will fall down and die. This is the gameplay diagram. Now I will do the demo. In level 3, firstly, the platforms which move vertically connect ground layer and the sky layer, and those move horizontally help the player to cross the huge gaps and make the player easy to explore the map. But player is likely to come across some enemies while standing the moving platform, and if the player falls down from the platforms, he will be damaged. This is the gameplay of this challenge. I will show the demo to go to the right side. This is the second challenge of level 3. This is the gameplay diagram of how to pass this part. We need to go down first to collect more coins, and go up to reach the revive point and jump on the moving platform. Then go down again to collect points, and this time we need to dodge the other's attack. Now I will do the demo. In level 4, the first challenge is that the player should shoot the skeleton on the moving platform or jump the lower steps and jump again to shoot it until it dies. If the player directly go down, he will touch the skeleton and be damaged. This is the gameplay of this challenge. I will do the demo to shoot the skeleton on the moving platform. Secondly, the player should jump to shoot the jet robot and the big boss of this level when they are back to him. He should not leave the lift because the lift can help him avoid bullets. He also should pay attention to the spike on the left lower side of the lift. Only when the player defeats the big boss, he can pass the level 4 steam edge. This is the gameplay diagram of this challenge, and I will do the demo. Now the player passed the level. Welcome my friend Xiang Xingzhou to continue the presentation. Thank you.
In this area, players need to use the trampoline to jump to the first moving platform and kill the enemy while escaping from enemy bullets. Then player can choose whether to collect the coins using the moving elevator or just go ahead. In this area, player needs to use the combination of one horizontally moving platform and one vertically moving platform to go forward. It's a challenge to catch the chance when jump to the right. Now jump upon the platform. Then he can choose either to go up to reach the reveal point and collect coins, or just go forward directly. Here we collect the coins. The player can go through this area via two different routes. We need to jump to the opposite platform with the help of trampoline. Player must watch out the spikes and pass through the narrow gap while spikes are not activated. Then we have choices that either going up or going forward. We have passed the way above. Now let's try the way below. It's also possible. Here, the player mainly attacks the enemy in the air. The player uses the trampoline to jump into the air and hit the two enemies with bullets. We may choose to jump to the trampoline while the spike below is not activated. It's a challenge to find the opportunity to escape from spike. Now try again. The platform above is a one-way platform, so player can get through it from below. Then hit the ending point. The puzzle solving in level 6 is also a challenge. We start from finding the hidden NPC. Go right, touch the false tile and it disappears, showing the hidden NPC. We get the key, and here is a key icon in the upper left corner. Then go left. There is a board which gives us ability to transmit between the real world and the past world. Seeing the way blocked, we transmit to the past. Open the gate with key, jump on the ladder, and jump on the higher platform. Transmit to real world, where the pillar has collapsed. We find nothing but plans here. Transmit again. In the past world, we find what we want, the surprise box. Then, how to go back? Well, transmit to the real world, so that we can step on the plans. Just go ahead until the stones stop us. Transmit to get through the unlocked door. Again, transmit to go back real world. Although it's not necessary, the box makes the adventure much easier. This robot is special for its size. We cannot hit it by bullets directly since it's short. So, jump on the elevator, so that bullets fly and hit this robot. Go right. It's a little difficult to jump on next elevator. Just catch the opportunity. Here is the area of final boss, who is protected by 5 robots. We should kill the enemies on the ground firstly. It will be easier to hit them before getting close. Next, catch the opportunity. When the power line is not activated, jump up via the trampoline. Here, in the air, just try our best to kill this robot. Okay, use another trampoline to jump on the top. Then, we may collect the supplies in jars. Now, we can beat 2 robots in high position. Notice that it's very dangerous to get close to the boss at the beginning. Finally, there is no more robots to protect the boss. Kill him. After finishing, just jump up to touch the board. Then we win the game.
Hi, I'm Fang Tianyu, and I'm going to introduce the walkthrough diagram of each level. For level 1, since it is the first level of the game, it is simply designed as a linear layout. Player can gain the basic knowledge of how to control the character and understand the mission and goal of the game. One of the key points is the revive mechanism. We can see that if the player falls down from the river with health value greater than 1 and more than 10 coins, he can press H to revive at the last reached revive point. Otherwise, he can only press R to restart from the beginning of the game. This revive mechanism is applied throughout the game. For level 2, the map is designed to be more complex. Player needs to make decisions sometimes. For example, player needs to choose whether to go downwards or upwards. The first choice will lead the character to the butterfly enemy and the dead end at last. And the latter is the right decision to make. To reach the ending point, the player needs to make right decisions as much as possible. After passing the previous 2 levels, player has gained the idea of how to control the main character. So the map of level 3 is designed as a parallel layout. Player needs to explore almost all the paths to collect coins. Some paths are easier and some are more difficult. For example, there is platforms moving vertically that connect the ground layer and the sky layer. The map is designed to not only enable player to go up and down freely, but from one side to another as well. Player can take these moving platforms to explore the map. Each layer can be passed from left to right or right to left. Player will feel engaged and be more devoted while playing this level. From level 3 and onwards, the maps are all designed based on the parallel layout. For level 4, there is usually 2 paths to one destination. One is easier with less bonus, the other is much dangerous, enemies surrounded but full of coins and other collections. Player can always choose the easier path and reach the ending point fast, or try the other path to accumulate more resources and get ready for the following levels. For level 5, the design style is consistent with the previous level, and there are more powerful enemies, which makes it greatly difficult for the player to pass this level at one time. He may need to revive several times and spend a lot of coins collecting. This can be troublesome for the player, but it also practices his techniques to perfection. And get ready for the final level. Besides, the player can come to one of the NPC, the assistant of the doctor, to use the time machine to directly enter the next level. You may have noticed that this NPC appears at all the previous levels, but you will not be able to collect enough coins to pass each level if you use the time machine at every level, because it is very costly. For the last level, it has the most sophisticated design and attractive storyline. The enemies at this level is too powerful for the player to defeat. It is almost impossible to win them directly. So he needs to ask the NPC for help, find the keys to explore the left side of the map, and travel between the real world and the past world to increase his ability as much as possible. Only in this way the player has a chance to defeat these enemies and reach the ending point alive. The trick of traveling between two worlds is the key of this level. The design of two worlds brings more possibility into this level, which will be more than attractive and interesting for the players. That's all for the walkthrough diagrams and the end of our presentation.